All right, so we're going to start with the notes today. This should be a review from one we've already done. We've talked about the vertical method. Now we're going to talk about a horizontal method as well. So far we have used the vertical strategy to solve for the variable in a proportion. And then here's an example of the vertical strategy. How do I get from 6 to 2? How did I get from 6 to 2? We divide by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, right? So in this one, we divided by 3. So we got to do the same thing to the 18. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So I divided by 3, so that means y equals 6. Sometimes the vertical strategy is not friendly. So you can always try vertical if it doesn't come out nice. This one did. I could divide by 3, but sometimes that is not the case. It says you can always try horizontal. So let's look at this one. How do I get from 6 to 18? So this way is horizontal. Times 3. So if I do the same to the top, times 3, I get 6. So y equals 6. Okay, also on our dividing or horizontal, we could also divide. How do I get from 9 to 3? Divide by 3. So what's 3 divided by 3?
3 divided by 3 is 1.
1. So x would be 1. All right, so let's look at the second page and do a couple more examples. All right, it does say we can use the vertical or horizontal strategy to find the missing number. Draw arrows showing which way you used. So if I look at this one, obviously I am missing this number right here. So here's an example of one where vertical will not work. How do I get from 6 to 10? There's no easy multiplying or dividing there, right? So now I got to look at horizontally. I do know how to get from 5 to 10. How do I get from 5 to 10? Times 2. Or you could say divide by 2 this way. Let's say it's times 2. So I'm going to draw my arrow. And now I'm going to look at this one. Something times 2 is 6. Do you agree that it's 3? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yeah.
3 is correct. All right, let's do one more together, then I'm going to have you try one. Can I go from 2 to 7 pretty easily? No? So how about 2 to 8? So then I'm going to draw my arrow. 2 times.
4.
So I also have to times 4 this way then. 7 times 4. 28. All right, why don't you see if you can do number 3? You usually got it already? Too easy, huh? All right, can I use the horizontal method again? Can I get from 2 to 3?
Yes.
Not very easily, right?
Yeah.
How about 2 to 6? Is that an easy one?
Yeah.
Kira, how do I get from 2 to 6? 2 times.
3.
So then I gotta put my times 3 and show my arrow, because I gotta do the same thing to this side.
B? Oh, 9.
3 times 3 is 9. All right, number 4. Looks like we're comparing red marbles to green marbles. Can I go from 1 to 4 pretty easily? How?
4 times
Times 4.
1.
So again, draw your arrow. Because then I know that something times 4 is 12. What is the something? 3. Madison, what do you think on the next one?
2 times 5. Or 5.
Can I find it this way, or do you think I
4
easy?
times 2 divided by 2.
So you're saying divide by 2 this way. That's fine. So something divided by 2 is 5. What divided by 2 is 5? 10, yep. Exactly right. How about number 6? Anybody see a correlation there, vertically or horizontally?
8 and 4.
Yeah, pretty easy, right? 8 and 4. How do I get from 8 to 4?
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2,
That'd be 3.
that would be 3. So whenever it says show the arrows, guys, you need to do that. How about the next one? Caleb? 5 and 9, there's not a real nice number, but 5 and 15 there are. How do I get from 5 to 15? Times 3. So what do you think I got to do to the 9? Times 3.
Yeah.
27. All right, so you're going to put those in your binders. Talk a little bit about the homework here. Activity 1, pretty self-explanatory, figuring out what x is to make both sides equal. Number 2, it does say use the horizontal strategy, so make sure you show your arrows. So for example, how do I get from 2 to 8? Times 4. So I got to take the top times 4. That should be pretty simple, but show your arrows there for those 4. This one as well. Show your arrows. Can I get from 2 to 3 pretty easily?
No.
How about from 3 to 9?
Yeah.
How?
Times 3.
So I'm going to put times 3, so then I got to do the same to the top to get my answer. Okay, again, the activity 4 is constant review here, making sure we keep our skills. Make sure common denominator when we add or subtract fractions. And make sure a decimal goes in the correct spot when we are multiplying. Okay, so this one, once you multiply, you're going to have to move the decimal over 2 spots because you have 2 decimals there. This one, you're going to multiply and move the decimal how many spots? Over 1, and then another over 2, so over 3. Once you multiply that, you're going to have to move your decimal 3 spots because 2 plus 1 is 3. All right, so page 162 and 163 will be due our next class.